The harmonic resonance from Toby sax tickled the sensation of all at the BG Event Center, Akure, Ondo State, on Saturday, February 4, 2017, as it suited everyone to the concern of the day, the World Cancer Day. A truly global event taking place every year on February 4, World Cancer Day unites the world's population in the fight against cancer. It aims to save millions of preventable deaths each year by raising awareness and education about the disease, pressing governments and individuals across the world to take action. Currently, 8.2 million people die from cancer worldwide every year, out of which 4 million people between the ages of 30 and 69 die prematurely. World Cancer Day is the ideal opportunity to spread the word and raise the profile of cancer in people's minds and in the world's media. These and many more were the reasons why the Breast Cancer Association of Nigeria, BRECAN, decided to commemorate the day by organizing the awareness campaign event in Akure, Ondo State capital. BRECAN is the foremost body in Nigeria that has been preventing and fighting the monstrous scourge of breast cancer with its awareness, advocacy, care, and treatment. It was therefore in the light of this that people, mostly made up of the women folk from all parts of Ondo State, trooped to the venue of the event. The event took off with a welcome address by Mrs. Akeredolu as she explained the reasons for the gathering. Goodwill message from Olori Abimbola Aladetoyibo, the wife of the Deji of Akure and the Eyeshorun of Akure, followed. Thereafter, medical experts spoke on the topic, State of Cancer Care in Ondo State, where we are now and where we want to be. Mrs. Betty Akeredolu also lectured the audience majorly on breast cancer with a first-hand experience as a survivor. Also remarking and giving an inspirational talk was one of the survivors of breast cancer, Mrs. Oluwakemi Adeniyi. Highlight of the event was the medical checkup and performance by Sherman. A beautiful personality with a heart of gold, Mrs. Betty Anyawu Akeredolu is the wife of the Ondo State Governor-elect, Mr. Rotimi Akeredolu SAN. She is a breast cancer survivor and the founder and president of the Breast Cancer Association of Nigeria, BRECAN. BRECAN was started in 1997 after her experience with breast cancer, when she decided to do something that would bring about positive and lasting change in the Nigerian society that has deeply entrenched misconceptions about what causes breast cancer and how it can be treated. She has won numerous awards nationally and internationally in recognition of her work and commitment in the fight against breast cancer in Nigeria. For someone who encountered the trauma of being diagnosed with breast cancer 20 years ago and survived it. Betty is dogmatically passionate about the welfare and well-being of the women folk in the society. As her husband, Rotimi Akeredolu, sets to take over the mantle of leadership in Ondo State in a few days' time as governor of Ondo State, Betty's priority as the wife of the governor will be women's health, especially in the areas of breast cancer and cervical cancer. Going beyond that, Betty Akeredolu is set to advance the cause of womanhood as the #1 female citizen of Ondo State. Red Carpet TV spoke with some of the participants.
So I want to talk to our people. We need awareness. We need advocacy. We need to talk about this is a monster that is killing the women, that is killing everybody in Nigeria. We must combat it, and this is a way to start. I want to thank Our Excellency for this program.
Life impacting program for the women of Ondo State. I'm personally highly impressed because this is first of its kind in Ondo State. And we Ondo State women are blessed this time around to have an accomplished woman as the First Lady of Ondo State. We are blessed this time around to have a very resourceful woman as the First Lady of Ondo State. And I'm so sure this is the beginning of the first, the very good things to come in Ondo State. Many more of it, I'm sure it will come.
Women should be sensitized to be able to detect that disease early. Once they can do a self-breast examination, once they can detect it early, cancer is something that, especially breast cancer, has a very good outcome. Even unlike other cancers, breast cancer, if it is diagnosed early, treated early, diagnosed early, is something that the outcome is very good. So we continue to sensitize our women and their husbands too. But that's one of the pivotal things, because I expect
some messages to the people of Ondo State is that there is hope. Help is coming. This new administration is very, very focused on improving the healthcare system, and I think they should key into that goal.
Especially make sure they check their breasts every day and tell their husband to check their breasts too. It's kind of romance.
It has become a routine for us in this country. You organize lectures, you organize workshops, you put together fora of all magnitudes. You don't take a step further. Next year you come back, you repeat yourself. There is no action taken, because what we had heard from all these experts is for us to put them into action. So how do we now make our people put this thing into action? You have to challenge them. You have to show them that they are capable. That was why that topic on community participation is very, very critical in this lecture. We need to make our people realize that the power is in them. I've challenged them. And of course, it's not just challenging them by word of mouth. I'm also going to support. I don't have to say I will lead the way. If you lead the way, it turns out to the same approach that has been discarded all over the world. The top-bottom approach now is bottom-top approach. You be by their side. Don't be in front. Be by their side. And when you be by their side, they see you as a partner. They see you as a partner, not as a boss.
From the Red Carpet TV crew, we say kudos to Mrs. Betty Chioma Anyawu Akeredolu and BRECAN for marking the World Cancer Day with a befitting awareness event.